what's better, sweet tea or unsweet tea? Find out soon on Shenanigan.
Shenanigan, almost serious radio talk. What? No way. What is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zoo November. Ham Radio Adventure Guy. I heard the echo too. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It's time for some shenanigans and some echoes and all that good crazy stuff and some kind of tea talk or something. I don't know what they're talking about.
Tea talk.
That sounds like a load of crap. But speaking of people that are not loads of crap, these guys, you probably will not find many of them on the POTA Facebook page. You'll be discussed later, but thanks to each and every one of them. Also, big shout out once again to these guys, the YouTube members. They are in green, or some of them might be moderators as well, which will make them in blue, but they're all awesome people as well. And then to the ever-changing board, and with a big off-stream donation, Insane Clown Posse overtakes second place. Big move from Bruce. Thank you for the off-stream donation, and we appreciate you very much. Also, Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Foxtrot Bravo overtakes Mr. Lava Lava. Oh, man.
Speaking of Mr. Lava Lava, I saw him this weekend out at the Bingham. He was out there activating all weekend. Met up with him for a little bit, sit there and chat. I got a little activation in and shot the bull with him a little bit, and good to see.
I got a little park to park action with him. So
yeah,
if that counts. It was Support Your Parks weekend. Hope everybody had a good one. It's actually still Support Your Parks weekend. So if you're still out there, make sure and pay your taxes. But other than that, hope everybody had a great weekend.
It was okay.
And Michael, you've been out roving today. How was your weekend?
Good. Went out yesterday with Josh, K4LI. We set up Starlink and everything. We had all of them in, except for it was cold as crap. It wasn't that cold, but the wind. We were sitting right down next to the lake where we set up, and the wind was just killing us. But we stuck it out and stood there and got almost 200 contacts. It was nice, but where we was at, there's no cell service, so it was nice to have that Starlink. And then today I went to 2 parks. I went to 5 parks, but I went to 2 that I hadn't been to in Tennessee. I went over a half tank of gas just driving out to get to the first park, and then up to the next park, and then back around and all that. It was fun. I like to get new parks.
Good deal, good deal. You know, and when you're out doing these rows and stuff like that, it's always a good idea to pack extra stuff with you. Oh, Dan wants me to shut up. I don't know why he wants me to shut up. I think Dan's saying his audio died. Did my audio die or did Dan's audio die?
No, you're fine. You hear me?
I can hear you. Okay. It's Dan. I thought Dan was wanting me to shut up.
Yeah, I was like, okay. We're having a moment of silence here for the Shenanigan.
Okay. We're having a moment of silence for Dan's audio.
Yeah.
Nope, not yet, Dan. So, Shenanigans. So, anyway, what I was saying was it's always good to pack extra equipment because I took my butt to Kentucky yesterday and I forgot that I had taken out my little tuner out of my bag because I've been using the Fox Sierra Zulu 9-to-1, but I had brought that out of the car and I went to set up my vertical, get it all set up, got the vertical all the way up, and I go to grab one of them and I have neither one. And I was like, are you kidding me?
No.
So I take the vertical all the way down and I'm in a parking lot. I'm like, how can I run an infed in a parking lot? But I did it. We ran an infed in the parking lot and got the activation done and had a lot of fun doing that.
What did I miss? Anybody need a Reese's?
We was talking about Reese's, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's check.
Yeah, we talked for the last 20 minutes about Reese's.
It was weird. I could see you, but I couldn't hear you. I mean, I was going to learn American Sign Language real fast.
Okay. Yeah. So when you did this, I thought you were telling me to hush.
No.
So I kept talking, and then you did this again. I was like, well, fuck, he really wants me to hush.
Yeah.
So we had a moment of silence for like
very nice.
About a minute and a half for your audio, evidently, because
well, thank you very much.
Silence for Dan.
Yeah. So I guess your prayers worked. I don't know what happened. Everything freaked out. Computers.
Yeah, Michael talked about his Rove, and then I talked about bringing extra parts to get activated and stuff like that. But overall, pretty good weekend. Band conditions continue to suck.
They were better Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
Like I just don't get it, man. It's normally don't suck for this long period of time, but it's really been on the suck cycle. You would think we were in the bottom of a solar cycle.
Yeah, you would.
I went out purposely this morning and early at the park because 40 meters is supposed to be really good in the morning time. So I got out there early, and nada. It was. Not nada, but I got activated. I made 21 on between 40 and 20 meters, but it wasn't what I was expecting. It was slow going. So.
Well, the band sucked, and it was Sunday morning too. Everybody wanted to sleep in.
Chris says I only activated when the kids had him running around this weekend. But yeah, there's his code right there. There's 2 hours left for that coupon code. Over there, go over there and get your antennas and for your whatever you want. He makes some really good stuff, and I've got several. I've got his regular 10 to 40 in fed. I have his tactical.
I got it
for activating, and then I have his 9-to-1 that I use on the Eagle One. So,
yep.
Hey, thank you very much, Eddie. Best time ever. Best line
ever. Yeah.
Okay.
We can almost be like twinsies. I don't have the 10 through 40. I have the 10 through 80. And I just ordered the tactical. So I'll have that coming. And I do have the 9-to-1 for the Eagle One. So.
Well, if I had a 10 through 80, I would have to do some kind of crazy.
You'd have to buy another lot.
Configuration here. Now I could do I could do a 10 to 160 over at my house.
Yeah.
but that's a different story.
Awesome. Should be here tomorrow. Cool. Sandy, hey, good to see you in the chat. And while I have audio, good to see everybody else. Bobby, Larry,
Hey,
Eddie.
everybody, what do you got audio?
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was a good support your parks weekend. It was I saw a lot of people spotted. A lot of spots were out, and just band condition. There wasn't that much trouble for me anyway. I didn't run any side band this weekend, but there wasn't any trouble finding a spot. But
there was definitely a lot of people spotted, but you could tell the conditions was really bad because every time I would spot, I would immediately get like 40 parked parks.
Yeah.
Because they were needing contacts, and they immediately come. Oh, there's James. He'll hear me. And like
bunch of parks.
The few times I went to go after people and hunt them, there wasn't piles on the other end. There were CQs.
Oh yeah.
So the band conditions were not bad. But
well, that's good. They're all hunting you, man. I hear you. I mean, you need all the numbers you can get, right?
Yeah, obviously, because Dan's going to stir the pot, and he's going to get me fired up. And I guess we're just going to go ahead and.
Well, wait. Let me say first, I want to be the first one to congratulate you. 250,000 contacts on POTA. That guy right over there has 250,000 contacts, and I got you something. So just imagine there's 250,000 candles here, and that's for you, buddy. Congratulations.
Well, first off, I'll say thank you, but there's no way, because that's impossible.
It's impossible.
That's totally impossible for me to do.
No,
because we're gonna go into the story here of how you guys know I can't stand the POTA Facebook page for one, because it's full of nothing but lids. But
all it is.
It's a good way to pass the time.
It never ceases to amaze me. I understand, sometimes somebody will ask a dumb question and you'll get a smart aleck on there and this, that, and the other. But somebody got on there and was congratulating me. It was yesterday at some point that I was like 56 QSOs away.
Not just someone, a respected member of the POTA community, in my opinion. Dave Duncan, N9VFR, is a very respected person.
One of the OGs.
Yes.
Somebody that's been around a lot longer than me. And, and I really appreciate that from him. But then you get some lid, and I'm not going to call out any names, but you get some lid come on there and has the guts to say that, well, I really don't see how that's possible as long as he's been licensed.
That's right.
He would have had to make 60,000 contacts a year. Okay, so let's take you to school. 60,000 contacts a year. The only year I made that little of contacts, number one, would be the very first year I did POTA, and that's because I was concentrating on working all of West Virginia parks. Since then, I've got nowhere close to only 60. So let's get this straight. Then you get another vid who come up. Oh. Now, let me tell you why this guy thinks that it's impossible to get 60,000 contacts in a year. Because, bud, I went and I pulled your stats. You've had 17 activations with 628 QSOs. 17 activations with 628 QSOs. Yeah, 60,000 probably is out of your league because you don't do POTA. But don't come at somebody who does POTA.
Where's Molson?
Oh, yeah. Molson's going to be proud of this one. Hey, thank you very much for the super chat, Scott.
Yeah, thank you, Scott.
But then you have other people comment. One guy said, well, he has no life. So
that's right.
He has no life. So let's bring it up. Life. The existence of an individual human being or animal. The existence. So you're saying I don't exist? Maybe you meant I don't have a good life, but I'm going to tell you I've got a very good life, because as a stage 4 brain cancer survivor, I decided I was going to live a happy life Therefore, I do go out in the outdoors and I do have a good time doing POTA. Just because I don't let somebody pack my gonads around in a bag with them instead of putting them between my pants. And, I don't have to go do all the honey-do list that you do. Just because you choose that for your life, don't mean I'm going to choose it for mine. I do what I want to do, and that is POTA. So, yes, I have a life. And then another guy, his math was funny. His math was really funny. He's like,
yeah.
that would, hold on, I want to get it exactly right.
Oh, I got it. I got it right here. That'd be 21 contacts per hour, 8 hours per day, all 365 days per year. One contact every 2.86 minutes. Tough, but doable.
For a total of how many QSOs a day?
21 contacts per hour, 8 hours per day, would whatever that would end up being. I'm not going to math on live stream.
Yeah. Well, here, I got a calculator right here.
Like, I got a calculator. Hang on.
Oh shit!
because this is the funny part. And your calculator must be on dial-up. Come on.
Who?
You.
I thought you said you had a calculator.
Yeah. And you said, hold on,
I said you had one, but nobody's
I'll
doing
do
the
it.
calculating.
All right.
So 21 per hour, 8 hours a day.
21 times 8. That is 168 QSOs a day. Let me tell you something. If it takes you 8 hours to make 168 QSOs, you may want to go play your Atari.
Atari?
Because I can do a late shift and do like 7 days of that on that late shift, and I can just skip the next 7 days, right? Come on, man.
Well, you just did a little activation before the stream. It was 16 minutes long. And how many QSOs did you get?
16 minutes long, because I had to hurry up and get back for a stream. I got 49 contacts.
There you go.
In 16 minutes. Come on. If you don't POTA, don't come at somebody that does POTA because they know how to do it. It's absolutely ridiculous. That whole Facebook group is ridiculous. A lot of good POTA people has left it. And I'm actually thinking about starting a new one and calling it POTA for non-vids. where people can come and have a safe place to talk about POTA. And without having idiots that don't know what. I'm still amazed how anybody who has 628 QSOs think they're a contributor and can talk about anybody. Get out of here, man.
Well, one of the better comments was, still, if you're a no code extra, still you're a code extra or you're not. No CW endorsements. This is referencing your endorsements on QRZ. Okay, so no CW endorsements. You're still just a CBer, basically. So this guy thinks for people like me, up until a year and a half ago, maybe, that I had no interest in Morse code whatsoever. I'm just a glorified CBer.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
You know what? You were funny. I don't know that guy's call sign or nothing, and I don't want you to say it on air. But you can send it to me later, and we'll look it up. I bet you I got more CW contacts than he does.
I bet you don't have more 11 meter contacts than he has. Huh?
I bet you I don't.
Breaker. How about it, Big PZN? You got your ears on?
Yeah, I'm activating on channel 19 for late shift
Yes,
tonight.
sir. You wall to wall and treetop tall, walking the dog, son. Break. Oh, you're gonna get it. Your next sideband activation. Here I come. Eddie
I
says
was so amazed.
POTA for CBers.
I was just so amazed by and I would have never seen it, but somebody tagged me, of course, and because they wanted me to see it, because they wanted me to rant tonight. Because I stopped going to their webpage because it's all it is. Nobody can say nothing on there without people who have 7 activations coming and making comments.
Larry, I don't know if that's an honest question or what, but I mean, I'll be honest with you. Back before I got ticketed, I was really big in 11-meter skip back in that solar cycle in the 90s, and I loved DXing on 11 meters. It was really fun for the equipment we had, to push it to the limits of what you can do with 4 watts, and just to see what you can do. And my handle around town back then, when I was 15, 20 years old, was Paradox. Matter of fact, little tidbit of trivia, little tidbit of information will probably never be said again. You heard it right here on Shenanigans.
2 years from now, it'll be a trivia question to win a shirt or something.
That's right.
31 watching and 4 likes. Scott says, "Well, that's because it's all people who's trying to figure out how to get more than 624 contacts in their photo career."
That's right.
Oh,
yeah. Just like the people with 200 total parks hunting asking why Hawaii isn't on 24/7. You're right. It's a patience thing. The whole world is like that.
The POTA Facebook. How many times have you went to the POTA Facebook page and said Alaska and Hawaii is never on?
And I work them.
They're both on all the time.
All the time.
And what's funny is you'll think they're never on, but until you get them and fill in all those green squares, after you do that, you're going to hear them all the damn time.
Yep.
But they've always been there. They're not activating anymore because you got your award filled in. You just happen to notice them more for some reason.
Yeah, psychology.
And another guy, was it 250,000 QSOs or contacts?
Yeah, about the 3 first, 2 first, 4 first. Yeah.
He said because he averages, I forget how many percent he said I average doing 3-fers.
Yeah.
I think I've got 3 or 4 3-fers that I've done in my career. 3-fers is a weird number for me, and it's rare that I get to do a 3-fer.
Like you come to Murphy.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I lived in DC, I'd destroy everybody. But it's not fair. You know what I mean? Because I can make 1 QSO have it count for 5. So it's really not fair to everybody else. So,
I guarantee you a high 80% of my QSOs are single activation.
Oh, by far, yeah, by far.
Because I got to drive a good way to get to a 2-fer. There is no 3-fers in West Virginia, y'all. None. Zero zilch. If somebody tells you they're activating a 3-fer in West Virginia, they're lying.
So that's even better, Eric. The DC 5-fer is actually a 6-fer now, so y'all have no prayer. I'm gonna put a tent in the damn LBJ Memorial. Just live there.
Let's put that in QST.
Actually, if it was up to me, if it was my call, they'd wipe out all the furs. I'd do away with all of them.
It'd be a lot easier on the damn math.
They'll never do that. But.
No, too many people like them. And really, I mean, I can understand why. It's fun to find those spots you get extra credit for, because not all the time can you be just in the park. You have to be in a certain spot in the park, and it's fun to research that and find those. But I don't have any. I got one near me down in Florida with the National Florida Scenic Trail, but that's it.
But here's the kick about that though, and this is why they just need to do away with them, because you get people that's got 620 some contacts, and they say, okay, well this guy was at this park and it was a 5-fer, and he goes to that park and he calls it a 5-fer.
Yeah,
just like there's an operator up there that goes and sets in the 3-fer part of that 5-fer.
Yeah,
and spots as a 5-fer every time. But I know for a fact he sets in the 3-fer. And it's just do away with them. If you can't make enough contacts on one park, you're doing your job wrong. It's not that hard.
it is fun to activate 5 parks at the same time, though. I mean,
Yeah.
Not all the time. I mean,
Not all
really,
the time.
really, and honestly, I think I would get bored with activating a 5
This weekend
every
was
day.
sucked with all the parks.
I don't
I need
I
all
don't
5
wanna-
parks.
I don't want to say the 5 parks over and over and over.
Right.
And
Well, I don't when I'm activating 3.
I'm sure as hell
Well,
not
it's a
sending them
park
in
to park.
CW.
If it's a park to park, I'll give them all 3, but I don't usually do it. If it's just, I just use the main park and I'll just go with it.
yeah, but every park to park you have to do that.
Now I do every park to park, yeah. Which, as I said, this weekend would have been tough because so many park to parks, and we did yesterday. We did that 3-fer, and we had to. Here we go again with 3 parks. Here we go again with 3 parks.
No, when I'm just in for a normal operator, I'm going to say you're 5'9", both parks, 5'9", all 3 parks. You know, and if somebody asks me, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
If a couple people start to ask me in a row, I'll be like, go look to the spawning page. Because here's the thing: the hunters don't need to know what parks I'm in.
You should tell them to check your QRZ page. Did I say that out loud? Damn.
I'll never. They don't need to know what park you're in.
Right.
Look in your log; it'll show up.
Yep.
The only person that needs to know is the park to parks. That's it.
I got a couple in a row today. What is your call sign? After I'm giving it every time and what is your call sign? Can you give it to me phonetically again? It's on the spotting page, and I just said it 5 minutes ago, or
Please tell me.
5 seconds ago. And then this last guy, I said it again to him, and then I said K4ESD QRZ.
No. Please tell me you said Kilo Echo 4 Eastern Sexy Time.
No, not that. I did give it phonetically though. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of that here lately too. When I get park to parks, oh, it's sexy time.
You can blame Terry.
Yeah, he started it off. How many times? Josh is in here watching. How many times we get that? He can type it in the chat.
I think I had Josh
3 times yesterday.
I had Josh about laughing his butt off.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. But yeah, the Facebook group, man, I think some people just get on there intentionally just to stir the pot.
They do. I mean,
that's all they do.
I mean, think about it. Original OG Apoda, Bill Brown.
Yeah.
He's no longer even on there. He just stopped going. He just removed this because it's just garbage.
Yeah,
that's why you can go over and talk on POTA in the POTA room in my Discord, because I promise you, no garbage like that would be permitted.
Right. Exactly. Hey, what's up, Mike? Sexy time on 20 meters, huh? 20 meters was crap here an hour ago. Hopefully, it was better over there.
I'm sorry, but I can see Mike saying that he had sexy time in 20 meters in person, and I'm laughing really hard.
At least he phrased it like that and said he didn't have 20 meters of sexy time.
Now, Mike's a big fan of the POTA Facebook page too.
Well, I'm a big fan of all dumpster fires because it gives us something to talk about. To be honest, it's like something sometimes I like to just sit back and watch it burn before I call the fire department.
They want that attention. That's what they want. Up and down, huh?
That's great.
Oh my God, that's just
Must
great.
be getting hard if it's going up and down. Ain't staying up.
Some of the stuff on there is just it's so hilarious. It's some of the stuff is good, but most of it you read and you have to read it again to make sure you actually read what you thought you just read. And it's like, what? No.
You read some of the dumbest stuff. I still to this day, maybe the dumbest comment I've ever heard on there was when the guy said, "Well, guys, since they channelize blah 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 for certain operations, don't you think we as POTA should ask to be channelized too?" No, no,
Please.
We don't give up bandwidth for nothing. What do you want it to go to?
More POTA sub-band. Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah, here you go, guys. You get 100K seat.
Yeah. That's it. Them net guys would love that.
That's exactly what it is. It's a Jerry Springer of POTA.
Yep. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It is what it is though. But
Thanks for the super chat, David. Appreciate it.
it's fun. I mean to me, watching dumpster fires is fun, you know.
But now if
As long as
the
I'm not
guy,
diving in them.
if the guy who don't think it can be done would like to see how to really activate a park, I'll gladly show him.
Absolutely. Join up with James. He will teach you all about how to activate. Just make sure you join Patreon first.
Yeah.
That way he'll get credit for activating it.
From West Virginia, he'll take you on the road with him.
I'll promise you this. I'll do the logging because I promise you can't log for me.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Because we're about halfway through the show and we need to start talking about next weekend. So next weekend, speaking of Patreons, is a Patreon meetup down in Murphy, North Carolina, which I'm really looking forward to. But Michael, who's going to log the meetup?
Who's going to log?
Yeah, who's going to log?
I'll log.
Throw him in the fire.
So you can keep up?
Who?
Can you keep up?
Yeah, I can keep up.
All right. Because I'm going to be filming a good bit of it.
Let me give you a hint, Mike, about logging for James, and just don't tell James I said this.
Don't listen to anything Dan tells you.
Don't tell James I said this, but when you give your logs to James, just get rid of all the park-to-parks.
Oh.
He loves that. Yeah.
He don't like those, huh?
No, I did it accidentally to him one time. I actually sent him my soda log. No, I sent him my soda log in Montesano rather than my POTA log. And he was like, "Where's all my park-to-park contacts?" I'm like, "Oh, crap."
That's the only way I hunt.
Speaking of logging, before we do start talking about Murphy, I've been using that new logging software, and it seems to be working out pretty good. I do use it on the tablet. I have a little trouble using it on the phone because we all know I got sausages for fingers, and but it seems to be working pretty good as long as you're in some sort of signal where you've got signal to do the lookup.
Yeah.
Not that you need the names coming up, because anybody who's activated with me knows that 85% of the calls that come in, I know their name before I ever type it in.
That's one thing I wanted to test with that login software. I don't know if you have, so let me ask you. Have you tried to use it in like airplane mode or somewhere where you don't have service? Because I want to know, when you put a call sign in, how long does it hang and wait for the lookup before it gives up? Because I know AC log sometimes, if it doesn't get an answer back from QRZ, it'll sit there and hang for a good 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's a long time in a pilot.
I turn that off when I'm activating.
Yeah.
I have not, because it took me forever to get it. Matter of fact, it never did do the lookup on my cell phone. I tried everything in the world, but once I hooked it on my tablet, it started doing the lookup just fine. But ever since then, I always hotspot my tablet, and it's always been on.
Yeah, it was working good on my phone. I like it.
But it really does. It does a great job. I like the fact that you can just go, and you don't even, for part number, you don't even have to hit US. Just put the number and it puts it in there. That's major quickness.
Did you figure out you can spot yourself?
Oh yeah, I've been doing that.
Spot yourself when you QSY.
Yep, and you can QRT yourself. Yeah.
How badass is that?
Yeah, it's got a lot of really great features, and and it's just beta. It's just beta right now.
I found a couple of things that are not working on Android, but I know it's a beta, so it's really not worth me making a stink about them. But I let the guy know, and he said, "Yeah, I mean, it's a known problem." So, yeah, kudos, hats off for him.
So it's been working. Will it replace my N3 FJP? No. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But will it be my new soda logger? Yeah.
Good chance.
I believe it will be. and it's funny because if I go out and activate with Sherry, I'll make her log on the laptop on the M3FJP, and I'll log with that, and just in case there's a failure, I'm iffy about those failures, but I've not had any failures with it. The only problems I've had with it is, yes, I agree, Lou. It'll be game changer for me for soda. Absolutely. And for soda, I could actually do it on the phone. Wouldn't be a problem.
Did I hear an N1, 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 2, N1, 2, N1, 2, going once, going twice? Did I hear an N1, 2, gone? Yours it?
Like, listen, I'm really, really anal when people log for me. And I apologize if you've ever tried to log for me and I take the laptop from you and scold you like you're a sixth grader. But when you stop typing and you get that deer in the headlight looks, and I'm 4 calls ahead of you, I'm going to take the laptop from you and take over. So, and that was not Brent that did that, but I've done it to several people. And
that's good.
I've activated with it. Matter of fact, I can remember an activation that I did, and there was like 4 different people that was logging. 4 different people. And I got like 8 calls because a big pile came in. I was like, all right, I'm going to run these. And I was like, blah, 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 you're 5 9 all 5, blah, 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 you're 5 9. And I got like 8 calls in. And then after that, I hit the Pearsons and they said all 4. And
That's
all 4 people was totally lost because they wouldn't even know we're ready to put in the first Pearson. And I had to stop the whole activation. Like, all right, guys, we're having logging issues. Just give me a minute. And I had to go around to each person and catch their logs up for them.
well,
And
that's because you didn't have Pota Royalty logging for you. You see, yeah. See, he doesn't get tripped up on stuff like that.
It's just I don't know. That's why it cracked me up when they said, 8 hours to get 126 calls.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you can't do 126 calls in an hour,
or at least an hour and a half. An hour and a half.
No, don't get me wrong. If you don't have to, But just because you can't do it, I'm not that person. They were acting like is it a QSO or a contact? Listen, a QSO is an exchange of information. So if the exchange is you're 5'9" and 1810, that's the exchange. That's a QSO. It doesn't matter. I don't have to say, Dan, you're 5'9" and 1810 here in Logan County, West Virginia, where the weather is 84.5 degrees and the wind's blowing southwesterly at 5 miles an hour.
And stand by for the second park.
I'm running an in-fed half wave with about a 47 degree throat today. No, you don't have to do that. You do it your way. And
what are you going to have for breakfast tomorrow?
Do you remember back about a year ago, we always used to mess with
you on 17 meters
and ask you how many radials you were running and crap like that?
Oh, those ones that went out.
Sandy said she'll never log for me.
Yeah. It's not for the faint of heart, Sandy. I mean, I've done it, and you got to keep up. But the good thing is, when you've activated with a person before. Now, if I've never activated with him before and he logged, or we both logged, or just me logged, if you've never activated with a person before, it's really hard to log for them. Like if it's the first time you meet them because you don't know the way they work, right? But me and James right now, 90% of the time, if I hear a call come through the speaker, it's the same call me and him are going to pick out. So I can start typing it, but I have to be prepared that other 10% to get rid of it and listen to what he calls back.
Now you want me to tell you what really is hard? Trying to log on N3FJP on the new logging app and run the microphone.
You did all 3?
I did all 3.
Wow.
I wanted to pull my hair out. That was extremely hard.
And why did you do that?
because again, I'm scared of failure. Hammer's done me in on the scared of failure thing.
Yeah.
So I try to give new software, and I've had no issues other than it would not load the QRZ lookup on my phone. I still don't know why it wouldn't load it on my phone.
That's a good tip for fast login. Krista did. Had the Pearson and Rose family cheat sheet ready. So when they hit you, say if you're in the middle of a fast pileup, and especially if you're logging for somebody else, because they're not going to slow down. When you're running the MyCan login, you can control that pace a little bit. Like you can extend it out. After the Pearsons hit you with all 4, you can make an extended CQ call that next time, and while you're doing that, type in the other 3. Okay, so you have a control over that pace. But if you're logging for somebody else, you don't have control over that. So normally what I do is just in the comments, I'll put 4.
Yep.
And then I'll take the next call that he gets, and then I'll fill in one of those 4 again. Then the next fault, then the next 4. Exactly. And unless it's a park to park, as long as the band's correct and the day's correct, you're cool. If it's a park to park, you have to get it within a 15-minute window.
So speaking of the cheat sheet, I've always got the cheat sheet ready for me. I got it ready, Chris. But this goes back to one of the people that was in that comment earlier, and I can't remember exactly how he said it, but I think he said it's not that he don't have a life; he has a mental disorder or something. Is that how did he say it, Dan?
Oh, I'll find it. Hold on. Okay, he said maybe he is filthy rich. Yeah, I still got it pulled up. Maybe he is filthy rich, or maybe he is on 100% disability. With 250,000 contacts in such a short period of time, I'd say a mental disability.
A mental disability. That is probably the closest thing that anybody said that was right. Because I think POTA is my mental disability. I should probably go up and try to get a crazy check. And they say, "Why do you think you're crazy?" I'm like, "Because I do POTA."
Passed.
But yeah, that's why logging for me is so complicated. And I'm not downing anybody who logs slow. Please don't think I am. But I'm very, very anal about things. Just like, when Dan gives me a log, or even when somebody that I trust a log, I still go back and redo it because there's stuff left out that I have to have in my log. I'm very anal about things like that.
You mean like call signs?
No, I don't have Alzheimer's.
No, call signs.
Call signs.
Call timers. No,
you already forgot what I said.
No, here was the thing. It was kind of, you heard of people going and getting the COVID shot, and then they still got COVID afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, I went because I knew I was getting sick and I knew I was getting POTA. So I went and got the POTA shot, and it made me way worse.
I'm going to have to use that, Lou. Next time I can't pull somebody out and they're like a 3-3, I say, sorry, at Alzheimer's.
Oh, Lordy.
So, yeah, Murphy.
Yeah, we need to
that
talk
sounds
about
like
Murphy.
Fun.
What we going to do with Murphy, Michael? Tell us about it.
I don't know. You're coming. Well, it depends on what time you get down. Hopefully, you get down Thursday night and get some sleep.
Wait, what's that?
You can't make 250,000.
Or whatever sleep you need.
Yeah, you can't do 250,000 contacts and get sleep.
So we can start Friday morning roving. And that's the plan, rove all day Friday. And stop sometime and eat supper, dinner, whatever you want to call it. And then keep going. Because we may have to meet 1 or 2 patrons after it gets dark. And then Saturday morning, I think Josh, Kilo 4 Lima India, is going to take you up on the Joanna Bald and do a couple soda activations and a couple other spots. And then when you get done with that and whatever else, if you hit it, because it's POTA too, you can make it a twofer with POTA soda. But and then after you do all that, man, we're about 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, we're going to have the meetup. And after the meet and greet and hello and shaking hands and all that stuff, we'll do a activation, a drawn out activation that will hit a bunch of bands and whatever.
Sounds like James going to have to hydrate.
Yeah.
Starting right now.
Lots of water. Better start early.
Josh said he's going to take you on a soda that's a 10-pointer. It's about a 60-degree climb. So,
listen, I don't care the degree climb because I looked it up on the map, and you can drive right up to that bad boy. Yeah. If
yeah.
you have a key to the gate.
And we have a key.
We searched the king's coffers. There was a key in there.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, guys. I hope y'all have a blast. Stay hydrated because it's probably going to be hot.
It's anytime you activate with anybody, it's a good time.
Yeah.
I activate with lots and lots of people. People contact me all the time. Hey, I'm coming through here. You want to get an active? Sure. If I ain't got a plan that day and it's in my range, yeah, I'll do it. I don't care who you are. I'll even activate you if you've only got 626 contacts.
This is my first activation. How do you deal?
And I won't look down on you.
Yeah, wear a good pair of boots.
Very good pair of boots for what? The soda?
Snakes.
Oh, for snakes.
Yeah, Josh said watch for snakes.
Yeah, when they were doing the soda. He's had problems with snakes getting in the repeater building up there on that summit.
Did you see James's face when we mentioned snakes? He's like, "What am I getting into going to Murphy?"
Josh, it is your job. If any snakes come up while I'm doing the soda, to kill that snake, and then proceed to start to grill that snake. That way, when I'm done with the soda, we have a snack.
There you go.
Because if you ain't never ate no snake, you're missing out.
Just wrap your end fed around it and key up and whistle.
Chris says snakes on the face photo. On the
That's gonna be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. Like I said, it's fun to activate with anybody. But when you activate with a Patreon, because my Patreons spend a lot of time hanging out with me and chill pad and after chats and stuff like that. We're all family for sure. Everybody in POTA is pretty much my family, except for people that's got like 626 contacts. That they haven't made it out of their diapers yet to be in the family. But
that weather sounds great.
Oh, come on, Josh! You can eat a snake.
Josh,
jump through an airplane. You can eat a snake.
Josh. If we can kill a snake, it's going to be required for you to eat it. The king will demand it. We'll get Terry to come, and you guys can be like Lady in the Tramp, but put one in each end.
Oh my God. Jesus. That that's better than the teeter-totter off. I'm just gonna say that. That's a damn good idea. Uncle Terry, you're in.
Uncle Terry said he's not going.
No,
he has to now.
Why is he not going? What is his excuse?
Something about there was a huge underwear festival that he needed to pick up some merchandise at.
Had to wash his hair. Yeah.
He said people's wearing the hottest brands at this festival. So.
Oh, I forgot it was Undies Fest. You picked the wrong week.
Oh my God. I haven't seen him in here today. He must be sleeping.
You'll find him in the boneyard getting the used ones.
Speaking of the 27th is when that meetup is, but also on the 27th is Hayden's memorial activation. So, you got choices no matter what part of the woods you're in on the East Coast. You can hit the Murphy meetup, or you can go up there and have fun. There'll be a good time. I'm sure Hayden will have the briefcase, as I like to call it, out there. I love that little radio, man. It's a old military ham radio, and got like the old phone type to talk into. Good stuff for sure.
Terry said he bought an 891. That's why. So, understandable. I mean, that's a good radio. I think you'll like it.
It's a great radio. I've really enjoyed mine.
I'm surprised it took you so damn long to get one. Really? I mean, I thought you'd have one, well before, just because, I mean, they're just great radios, man. They're rugged. I mean, it's almost like you can drive over them with a tank, then pick them up and go activate with them,
All the Aces are like that. Just like today. I daggone dropped my mic. It smacked good and hard, and I was like, man, I'm glad that wasn't an Icon microphone. Those things, they're built. That's why the 88, even though I love my Elecraft, the 818 is still the QRP radio, because in worst case scenario, if you do roll down the cliff with that radio, you can still throw up your antenna and go.
Yeah. I think I've had the microphone hooked to my KX2.
That's not a doll.
3 times, maybe. That's it. Yeah. That's not a doll.
I think I've only had the original microphone hooked to mine once. Every time I've ever did sideband, I've did the little tiny K6ARK microphone, aka we call it the PP microphone.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been using it just for CW, my KX2. So we did sideband on it in Florida, and I think I've done it 2 other times, like once before there, maybe once after. I haven't done much sideband on it at all. So
it's
probably
rare.
Should use it.
It's rare that I do sideband on my Elecraft. Sometimes I don't even have the microphone with me. Somebody say,
like the other night.
So I say sideband, I'm like, I ain't got it with me. I can't.
You'll be happy with that radio, Sandy. The 7300 is a great radio. So.
Got great audio.
I think they all have great audio, depending on how you set them up. But it seems like the 7300 and the 7610 are just good out of the box without tweaking.
What I mean.
You know what I mean?
Tweak on, they seem to work pretty
good. Then after Murphy, I think it gets even busier for me, because I've got that Soda High Peak thing the week before Dayton, and I got Dayton. Lots of stuff coming up for sure.
Scott don't like 7300s
no more. No, apparently not. He'd not. No. Yeah, DX10 will be nice too, Chris. So.
So.
Buying the external tuner for 73. The external tuner? You say the like you're getting a specific one. Most any of them work great, dude. The LDGs work phenomenally. Just get the interface cable for it. That way you can control it from the radio. You don't have to get the Icon tuner. But
he said speaker, not tuner. After that.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
So
just any,
works good too.
That little I posted a dozen times in my channel on Discord. The little Icom external speaker that's like $30 works great. If you want something for the shack, I'd get something with a little more fidelity to it. But yeah.
Kevin says, when do you make your way to Ontario? Toward the beginning of October. I'm not exactly sure the exact date that I fly out, but it's in the very beginning of October.
Yeah, I was waiting for my comment about that.
Terry, if you change your mind and want to go to Murphy, Michael will hook you up with a dog.
You can do a photo shoot with
He
it.
said he'll let it sleep with you and everything.
But you have to eat snake.
Yeah, with Josh.
Yep.
At the same time. Together.
Don't worry, Josh. We're gonna let you be lady.
Oh my God.
Why does my buy me a coffee say Josh just negative bought you coffee?
Yeah, right. He took the cups back.
Like he's negative $80.
Yeah.
Terry says no scissoring. I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to say.
The
He
sizer.
needs to learn how to spell. His spell
Terry
check
said no
don't work.
scissoring in Manganese.
Yes,
Oh, that's what it was.
that's what we should do, man. I mean, we got like 3 minutes left. We can discuss this. How about we make a Mingo County Hamfest?
A Mingo County Hamfest?
Yeah. Turn it into something big over the years, like, one of the top 3 or 4. Have all the sellers in there, taking your money in Minganese and Minganese ATMs and,
Yeah, but you gotta do the currency transfer over.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's what
change
the
your
ATM is for. They'll
you
transfer.
gotta change your green dollars into food stamps.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, if it's down on them little cards, it ain't gonna work.
Oh, look at that. We actually got some tech news here on Shenanigans. We do actual radio stuff every now and again. If anybody's looking for an IC 7100, Gigaparts has a bunch open box for $9.99.
There we go.
Too steep for the old radio.
Every now and
Alrighty.
again,
So let's
every now and
start
again, some kind of piece of technology will sneak into
wrapping
Shenanigans.
this up because I need to probably do one of those things called a late shift because I know Josh has a doctor's appointment and is dying for me to go do a late shift in the morning.
Yep.
And Steven, he's had me doing them all weekend. So why stop now? But Michael, what do you got coming up?
I'm gonna be activating this week, probably about every day, in between work and stuff. And then
Are you going?
Friday?
Are you going to get your 126 contacts in every day?
Every day.
Is it going to take you 8 hours?
More like 30, 40 minutes.
I feel like going when the bands get a little bit better again, back to normal. I'm going to go out and do a 1/10 of a watt activation, and I bet you I can get 126 contacts in less than 8 hours, guaranteed.
Oh yeah. I think so.
Anyway, yeah, keep hitting that like button because so they don't shut off Dan's.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, what do you got coming up?
That was funny, wasn't it? Yeah.
I knew that was fake.
Oh, nothing, man. I'm waiting till Wednesday so we can hear more about Hayden's boat. Making sure it's going to progress nicely. And I'll see you on the late shift.
Roger. All right. For me, I guess I'm going to go out and do a late shift. And tomorrow, I'm going to activate and drop a TikTok. Tuesday, I'm going to activate and drop a short. Wednesday, I'm going to activate and do a stream. Thursday, I'm going to activate and drop a video. And no,
you activating Friday?
Thursday, I'm gonna do those things, but I'm gonna be on the road Thursday.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be on the road Thursday morning. I'll be probably. No, I'm not gonna say the part because if I say it, there'll be 14 people sitting there.
Why didn't you get it? I was waiting. I took off work.
I know where I'm gonna activate Thursday, but I'm not gonna say that.
Yep.
We'll give you a hint. It's in Virginia, where I'm activating Thursday.
Yep.
But then Friday, we're doing a road down around Murphy. Saturday, doing a Patreon meetup. And next Sunday, we'll be right back here talking trash about the POTA webpage because I'm sure there will be 50 million posts this week that I got to make fun of anyway.
I think I'm gonna post a link to this stream in that thread.
Hey, thanks everybody for your support and your donations
You
tonight.
probably will.
We'll catch y'all later. 73.
73 guys.
See everybody.